You know the thing where if somebody has outsized profit margins in an industry, folks come up from below to eat those margins away? But in the case of AI, it's the customers of the AI chips, specifically Nvidia chips. It's those customers themselves that want to eat Nvidia's lunch, or at least cut down on how much they're paying for lunch. Sources tell Reuters Meta is testing its first in-house AI training chip, a key milestone as it moves to design more of its own silicon and reduce its reliance on Nvidia. Quote, "The push to develop in-house chips is part of a long-term plan at Meta to bring down its mammoth infrastructure costs as the company places expensive bets on AI tools to drive growth. Meta, which also owns Instagram and WhatsApp, has forecast total 2025 expenses of $114 billion to $119 billion, including up to $65 billion in capital expenditure, largely driven by spending on AI infrastructure." One of the sources said Meta's new training chip is a dedicated accelerator, meaning it is designed to handle only AI-specific tasks. This can make it more power efficient than the integrated graphics processing units, or GPUs, generally used for AI workloads. Meta is working with Taiwan-based chip manufacturer TSMC to produce the chip, this person said. The test deployment began after Meta finished its first tape-out of the chip, a significant marker of success in silicon development work that involves sending an initial design through a chip factory, the other source said. A typical tape-out costs tens of millions of dollars and takes roughly 3 to 6 months to complete, with no guarantee the test will succeed. A failure would require Meta to diagnose the problem and repeat the tape-out step. Meta executives have said they want to start using their own chips by 2026 for training, or the compute-intensive process of feeding the AI system reams of data to teach it how to perform. As with the Inference chip, the goal for the training chip is to start with recommendation systems and later use it for generative AI products like chatbot Meta AI, the executive said, end quote. Meanwhile, others are specifically targeting AI inference to challenge Nvidia. Barclays sees inference capex surpassing training in 2 years, reaching $208.2 billion in 2026. Quoting the FT, Nvidia's challengers are seizing a new opportunity to crack its dominance of artificial intelligence chips after Chinese startup DeepSeek accelerated a shift in AI's computing requirements. DeepSeek's R1 and other so-called reasoning models, such as OpenAI's O3 and Anthropic's Claude 3.7, consume more computing resources than previous AI systems at the point when a user makes their request, a process called inference. That has flipped the focus of demand for AI computing, which until recently was centered on training or creating a model. Inference is expected to become a greater portion of the technology's needs as demand grows among individuals and businesses for applications that go beyond today's popular chatbots, such as ChatGPT or xAI's Grok. It is here that Nvidia's competitors, which range from AI chipmaker startups such as Cerebras and Grok to custom accelerator processors from big tech companies including Google, Amazon, Microsoft, and Meta, are focusing their efforts to disrupt the world's most valuable semiconductor company. Training makes AI and inference uses AI, said Andrew Feldman, chief executive of Cerebras, and the usage of AI has gone through the roof. The opportunity right now to make a chip that is vastly better for inference than for training is larger than it has been previously. Nvidia dominates the market for huge computing clusters such as Elon Musk's xAI facility in Memphis or OpenAI's Stargate project with SoftBank. But its investors are looking for reassurance that it can continue to outsell its rivals in far smaller data centers under construction that will focus on inference. Vipul Ved Prakash, chief executive and co-founder of Together AI, a cloud provider focused on AI that was valued at $3.3 billion last month in a round led by General Catalyst, said inference was a big focus for his business. "I believe running inference at scale will be the biggest workload on the internet at some point," he said. Analysts at Morgan Stanley have estimated more than 75% of power and computational demand for data centers in the U.S. will be for inference in the coming years, though they warned of significant uncertainty over exactly how the transition will play out. Still, that means hundreds of billions of dollars worth of investments could flow towards inference facilities in the next few years if usage of AI continues to grow at its current pace. Analysts at Barclays estimate capital expenditure for inference in frontier AI, referring to the largest and most advanced systems, will exceed that of training over the next 2 years, jumping from $122.6 billion in 2025 to $208.2 billion in 2026, end quote.